Hey everybody, welcome back to the Utterly Pointless channel, Cyrillim Ultimate Playlist. It's Lionel again. And just wanted to thank everybody that weighed in on my digital art recently. If that was one of you watching Cyrillim videos, I just truly want to thank you. I've had no idea what people think of my digital art. I know that everybody else has kind of gotten on the bandwagon, in the last few years when it actually started up, but to get 12 likes out of about 430 views really made me feel good about having the channel going. I hope Cyrillim Ultimate has been fun for you to watch. I know that I've been kind of ad-libbing, and in doing so, kind of taking a second or two to comment more clearly, hopefully, on some of the synergies that are in a build. And I know that sometimes I haven't, but I want to keep this one short and sweet. This is a really wacky evoker build that I just put together. I wasn't dealing too much damage from the pyromancer build that I had when it came to getting things out of the way before they could cause their damage. So I know that Lloyd is one of the more aggressive damage dealing false gods, and I just had a real brutal series of back and forths with him. I ultimately did defeat him with my team, so I'm hoping to get a breakdown of the final pyromancer builds that I got. There were some spell gem fine-tunes that I needed to do, but I did at least get him out of the way after a couple of major defeats. I mean, it is kind of a badge of honor to be able to defeat something that throws back so much damage against a team that is primarily focused on doing aggressive debuff damage. So what I've got here is a build based on Transcendence and the Evoker specialization. And for the base, I've got Tamara Mergo, and that's because your creatures can't be silenced. And I have an Elqor over here. The position is only important in that I've got a clawing Cockatrice here, making the last three creatures avatars as well. And then because of tribalists. Oh shoot, that's right. Do I even have that enlightenment? Let me see. Oops. Oh boy. I forgot about that. So that's one of the fun things about going from specialization to specialization, is sometimes you do still have to work on some things. So yeah, that was what I was looking at, was We Are Pack, and that was what I was counting on. And this is where if you have at least 4 creatures of the same race, then the last 2 change over to that race too. So I want to just check the wording here, and it's the last 3. So these guys are all avatars, and it doesn't really matter who casts it on whom. And this may be goofy, but I'm just looking to always have an avatar that I can cast Transcendence on, so that we're getting all the gods' traits as much as we can just by repeat casting Transcendence. So it's a really weird kind of theme. It's kind of worked fairly well. I've got Thylacine here to add rebirth, and I've got some trick slots, rebirth on damage. I've been kind of ignoring any kind of buffs or debuffs on damage, but rebirth is a nice one to have. And then I've got the Thylacine over here, and this will make your God Spawn perform the same action. So what I've done is leave the Elqor here as a god spawn, but then these are all avatars here. So maybe that's a good thing, because the Elqor here has a nice selection of spells. Maybe I might even take out Plague, False Beliefs, etc., and just focus on randomly casting Feign Death, Arbitration, Transcendence. So that is one of the neat things that you can do in this game, is actually pare down your spell gems, and in doing so you have only powerful gems that are cast on any effects like the Thylacines. And yes, its trait makes my creatures deal 95% less damage, which is really bad, but I've got Improbable Catapult to launch it to the enemy side. So, if they've got God Spawn, great, but for the most part, it's the luck of the draw, and I really don't think that I'll be going against many God Spawn to start with, and so the enemy will do 95% less damage as well. As for anointments, I haven't really touched them. Celerity, let me double check. After your creatures dodge, they attack the enemy. I can probably do without that, because I don't have any real special effects for that, and I've picked up a few additional perks here. That's a good way to strengthen up your team. Let me see what I got for Cleric, though. I do have Singleton, as usual. I mean, I could go ahead and reduce damage dealt. So that would be just about, 2 point something percent damage from the enemy. So I'll give that a try. Actually, I'll go with Revelation, because, there might be some cheesy minion effects that might get in. There might be some insta-kills, stuff like that. So Inner Light may not be able to protect your party. So Revelation has been a great standby, and of course, that is one that you start with when you hit level 500 and fight Saint Althea. So yeah, I'll go with that. I do have Stars Align here, and I have the Necro Grimoire casting a whole bunch of minions, and also Tamir Mergo's first spell cast is one that gets everybody a whole bunch of minions. So this will turn everybody's attacks into something completely lethal. So that's nice to have. Dreadnought, that makes your attacks never miss. So that will be making Stars Align outright filthy as well. So that's really all I got. I mean, I have the Osane giving rebirth to creatures, got Reclusive Glutton, Swan Resurrection, they cast 5 random spells. And yeah, I do need to possibly work on giving the resurrected creatures, I think, mending and so forth. I do know that there's an Osane trait in there. Elqor will be a regular canon here. With Transcendence, it's all or nothing. You are able to cast and give a trait of a creature's race to it, and so that 50% less potent thing, I think, will be avoided in casting Transcendence. So nice to have all that additional spell casting. Tamir Marigo does protect Elqor from being silenced, so that's good. And then after the Elqor does die, it would grant 4 times spellcasting to everything. Very nice. To a minion-based creature here, that would be the Necro Grimoire again. And so that will get 6 minions out, I think, right at the start. And I do need to get a Plague Scalpel over here, I think. Let's see. Yeah. That's what I need, is a Plague Scalpel. So I really, really have been tapped on currency. I mean, look at that. I'm ready to dip into the old crystal here. No puns intended. I was at like 1 million for that. So, I'm cringing doing this because all my spell builds have been super important. So let's see. I'm just going to see what my concoction material is. So let's see. All right. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I have to just jump into Codex real quick and see what that is. So, quickest way here to find things. All right. So that is something I have 14 of. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unsocket that. And let's see. It was a Plague Scalpel. Oops. So let's see. I think they're both named Plague. Nope. Yeah. Alright. Because I want this guy to be able to cast a ton of spells here. So, mostly Transcendences. So, where the heck's that Scalpel? Oh no. Uh-oh. Do I even have anything plague related? OP. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. So let me just double check. Darn it. So this is one of the joys of, team building here. So I'll have to go to the bestiary and find out about the plague doctors. Let's see. Or whatever they are. I don't use them much, but still no excuse. Let's see. Plague. Alright. And that's the 4080 God shop. I hope. Let me run over there and get going here. Haven't been doing too bad in a fun run, so let me do level 1000 and get to 4080's Forgotten Lab here. I hope I didn't put all that into a key, but no biggie. So it's downright ridiculous being able to cast avatar trait gaining spells. So let's see what we got. Oh no. Alright, they do have scalpels, and hopefully oh boy. Somebody's not happy. So let me just start throwing some traits here on Tamara Marigo. Oh my goodness. I think that's probably my hallmate. He's just off his head. The less I have to talk with him, the better. So I'll just get some minions here, and then everything can just attack and do insta-kills regardless of dealing 95% less damage. So that's sweet. This is just kind of a sedate, fun, really goofy kind of build, so I'm not taking much damage at all. Oh my gosh, is he off his head? It's like me. Sometimes you can see your minions will sag a little bit. You'll go below 7, so just keep using your generous summon horde, and that will get you to where you need to be. And I'll just do Transcendence here, and I'll start piling up some ridiculously nice traits here. I'm just gonna sack all these minions here and deal damage, I hope. I don't know, it fizzled somehow or something. But oops. Just use DK, and as you can see, enemies are still getting beaten down, even despite me doing 0 damage here. So I probably do just have to get Stars Align back up through Summon Horde, so a couple creatures here can't do any lethal damage with minions. I think I can here, so there we go. That's it. Nice fight here. Looks like a little bit of damage. Yikes, I do have a life orb as well, just in case for emergencies. So, looks like I'm doing okay without minions. I've got 1 rebirth here. There's life orb. Everything's just dandy here. A whole bunch of minions. Oh my gosh, is my homemate crazy? He's probably drunk as a skunk. So let's see, I don't think I've got more than 1 emblem. So that's not good. This might have to be a 2-parter, but let's see. I don't think I really need to have this Cockatrice in here. I mean, if I'm just throwing Transcendence on 1 creature or spreading the traits around, I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter that much. So, I'll just show you how these guys are avatars now. So, I've got prayer position, so everything takes 90% less damage while defending. What else we got? Traits, Winter Maul. So there's Snowstorm. So things are starting to get frozen. Oops, I have better, stronger, faster. From minions, from Muse. That's Tartareth's trait. So 40% of a creature's highest status damage. And just gonna keep at it. Just keep using Transcendence or attack with minions when I can. I should probably get that cast next time here with Elqor. Alright, so now we're back up to 7 minions for everybody, just about, for stars align. So this is just a very leisurely kind of thing. When you do fight a boss, you get 100% extra damage from having 7 minions. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get 10 emblems here, but I just wanted to show you my goofy new build here. So once you start getting really crazy god traits, I mean, you're just gonna notice that you can auto win. Just put it on your fearless leader and you'll be fine. If it gets misdirected by blindness or whatever, don't worry about it. I mean, some of the other races that I got are pretty cool. And I'm just not even fighting, I'm just putting Transcendence on. You're going to start seeing extra buffs, extra damage dealt. All sorts of goofiness here, so let's see what I got for traits here. Robotic armor, resistance to debuffs. Enemies deal damage with their lowest stat. Same for taking damage. Great, we get to share traits. Counter turns go up 3 additional. Oh, nice. So good. That helps regarding the number of minions. So if we're at 4, we can use Stars Align at that point for one-hit kills attacking. And there's Vulcanar's trait. So that's really plenty. Well, actually, I'm gonna just take a quick peek and see what else I got. Lingering Essence, 18% less damage for each living ally. 20% max health every time creatures attack or are attacked. So yeah, the battle's just gonna be won pretty quickly here. Just use Summon Horde. Really want to get that Scalpel though, because that'll be nice to have. Especially casting Transcendence and getting 6 god traits right in a row. But let's see. Alrighty, let's see. And I could use a panic attack even. So this is essentially a damageless win kind of build. Very defensive with that 95% damage reduction. I've just been cheesed so many times with enemy attacks that just cascade one after another. And also you can see that I have Singleton cutting the attacks and spellcast to 1 per turn. So very happy about that. There's the tedious one. Love these names. There have been some anagrams that I haven't discovered yet, so, or unscrambled rather. So, ooh, wow, that was vicious. Yikes. So Life Orb is a very cheesy healing spell, and team doesn't look too bad off. I have Utopia, I think. Maybe I just got my spells all scrambled, but a little bit of bleeding damage here. Why not have an animated weapon? We'll just do some random spells here that I've been given. And keep up the Transcendence, and this fight should be over soon. Look at everybody on that side and how low their health is already. So at this point, it's just kind of toying with your food. And we're not dealing much damage at all. I mean, I could put the Sapphire Drake in here and then change over the tendency for enemies to get blighted and healing for 150% of health. Right now I'm just having a blast, just doing all sorts of random trait gains here and just having the enemy unable to really do anything. So there we go. And that is that mostly for this level, so I think I've only gotten 3 emblems. I don't know if fighting automatons and modrons will help, because I know that you can sometimes get emblems off of instances and so on. So decay is used just to really, really reduce the amount of damage that's dealt to you, starting with 95% less. It's absolutely a trait, though, that I would not want to keep undonated. It may be nice that you can do all these actions with your god spawn, but So that was a pretty nice amount of damage with fermented hops right there. I want to go ahead and check that because that looks like it's not 95% nerfed, so that's cool. Or it may be, I don't know. I think I have seen damage for like 95 to 100 million with that before, so yeah, it probably is reduced. So I'm just leisurely picking things off here with Stars Align. I love, love, love that anointment. If you do have anything that can get 7 minions out very quickly, and I do love Necro Grimoire plus Summon Horde, just give it a try. I mean, if you have wound up suffering through this game, just getting bandied about and having to fight creatures with superior stats, speed, defense, intelligence, whatever, or spells, or traits, you know, this almost feels like therapy because you can just go, hey, boop, these are my spellcasters. Let me go ahead and cast Summon Horde again. I think I'm just missing that magic number of 7, but when you saw that I had an Elthas trait cast, that made it a little bit easier to use that Stars Align 7 or more minions requirement. So let's see. I have to say I feel good today. I know that I've had some times when I've been sounding a little distracted or a little bit vague or disconnected, and today has been a great day. So, yay. Oh. I know what I can do. If I ever get back home, but let me just see what I got for keys here. So I do have one, and I should probably upgrade my hastily purchased relics past. Ooh. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm really hurting for any kind of currency right now. Yeah, I do need to get some rebirth related stuff here just to be defensive, just in case I get killed by 4080. But again, I'll be dealing 95% less damage while gaining crazy traits, and 4080 will be doing the same at least. And what I will do is go down to level 7 for him, so it won't be such an awful filth fest. So there is igneous fossil, which I need, so got plenty of those. Okay. Yeah, I'll get some speed and defense. I just really want things to be able to hang around and just passively cast Transcendence. So there we go. And I'll use armor scrap. So this will be just a hang on kind of team here. And just put some dodging on too. So yeah. Yeah, that's right, I need that scalpel. So this is gonna kind of stink. So I'll just throw some defense on Tamaramirgo. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'll just toughen things up here. Oops. Okay. And I don't think I can socket that, so here goes. I'm so tired of fighting these guys at full strength, so this will be nice. Wow, not many Tribalist wins here, so... Oh, I think this is Evoker, rather. So. All right. So I got pretty good defense set up as I am with 95% less damage. I'll just throw decay on, make their stats even worse. And I'll start transcending Tamara Mergo. I do want to check because I don't know if Transcendence is nerfed. So let's see what is going on here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 God traits right there, and I'll just keep that right up. I'm gonna run out of avatars to enhance it with, but hey, that's fine by me. So we got some crazy god power here. And I think we can barely even be touched at this point. Wow. Everything is casting Transcendence. Let's see how many god traits Tamara Mergo has. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, 8. Huh. Weird. Yeah, I don't get that sometimes. But as you can see, there's all sorts of good stuff here coming from putting Transcendence on. Let me just see how many god traits this guy has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Weird. I don't know if that's some kind of built-in nerfing or what, but yeah, I guess 8 god traits or less. Okay, I'll try it on different creatures, see if that will let me get around the limit here for god traits. So I'm glad the Cockatrice is changing creatures over to also be avatars. Hopefully I don't have the same trait going on between avatars as well, or pseudo avatars here. But yeah, this team is very, very defensive, especially with the Singleton anointment. So let me see what I got for additional goodies here. Brothel, Winter Mall, already got that. Euthanasia, Trick Shot. So that does not stack, or it does stack rather. So good stuff. Just keep on attacking here. Looks like I need to just use Vulcanar's trait. Because it's going to be just a battle of wimpy creatures here. So I am glad that I've got escalating damage, because losing 95% of your damage just is not cool. That is the one drawback of putting it on everybody else on the enemy team. You have to swallow that bitter pill yourself. So almost done here. I mean, if I had Utopia and Blighted, So I'm just doing that to knock this spirit out. And unfortunately I'm healing everything else, but I'm just going to keep the attacks up, keep them compounding by 20% a time, and we'll just kind of slowly cheese our way through here with Vulcanar's trait. I won't bother with more Transcendences except maybe once. So we'll take a peek and see what went on. Oh, too late. So great, there are 7 more emblems, so I can just jump down to level 3, get to the Forgotten Lab, and go get my scalpel so I can apparently cast Transcendence maybe 4, 5, or 6 times at start of battle. And I don't know what the limit for god traits is, what's been coded in or not, but it's obvious that Tamara Marigo was not getting more than 8 traits from the Avatar race, so oh well. I'll just have to go ahead and throw it on other creatures, and I'm glad to have the Outcast no longer trait from the Cockatrice to make that happen. So let me get that scalpel, and let's see. Alrighty. Gotta collect some weapon piles. Ooh. I don't know if it's worth it to just forfeit and wrap up at this point. I am losing my chance to get some treasure, which I really do need if I do forfeit. So let me see if I can just find those weapon piles and beat up on these level 3s here. This game is so cool that I wound up getting into a fight with some level 3s, and the combination of traits had one hang on for like 2 turns, and my guys are like level 39,000 now or so. So it's really cool how you can equip some traits and make the battle at least a draw, or just a very, very, very memorable win just by the skin of your teeth. There have been some times where adding a single trait was hilarious, and just bringing this really overpowered enemy right to a screeching halt. So don't give up if it looks like you're getting completely wasted in this game. Sometimes you just have to adjust your defense a little bit. Sometimes your offense, and sometimes your means of damage delivery. If you make it versatile, then you won't have to worry about getting your you-know-what handed to you all the time. You'll be able to get some massive damage in sometimes, and just be able to neutralize 1 or 2 enemies. And that will make all the difference with your new defensive adjustments and so on. So I think it may have been a red storm that I ran into that was able to live for so long, even at level 3. So there we go, that should do it. I'm not going to bother with any kind of additional favor or anything like that in this realm. I think I've pretty much gotten what I need to get that plague scalpel on and move on with my team. So take care, little automaton, heading home to get my experiment completed, and I think I do have some prophecies pertaining to completed projects. So it's been really fun on this one. I haven't stammered and stuttered too much, I hope, through everything, and I hope I've been able to demonstrate what this team does well enough. I know that I've gone through and covered the major traits for everybody, so let's just take a quick peek. Oh, red tether. This is not that helpful, so it may be once Vulcanar's trait does come through, so you can kind of make the best of it. Let me see. So one thing with red tethers is you want to make sure that your team member is not on the edge, because you'll have only one adjacent team member. So when other enemies, other allies here attack, this guy will too. So if you get a whole bunch of minions on everybody, then that will help the stars align to work too. So maybe that's not too bad of a thing to keep. And then this is some great defense reduction, so this will be able to stop the mirror matches where you're both only dealing 5% of your usual damage. This will help tenderize them a little bit and make the battle a little bit shorter if you can't win with stars align and attacking with 7 minions for 1-hit kills. So that, I believe, is it. Ooh, I gotta get an artifact on this guy. So anyway, stay tuned for some further designing. As you can see, ooh, yeah, let me get the scalpel here, so. Pretty sure I bought it. I mean, I remember buying it. Oh no. What was the name of that thing? Jeez. It is a complicated game, so hopefully I can find what in the world this trait was and the material that was associated with it, so. Oh, come on. At least I remembered to put it in. I mean, Ugh. What? You're kidding me. I just bought something that had plague in it or whatever. Oh, come on. Let me do it this way. This will illustrate being able to find some stuff that you are not sure that you even bought. So let me get, yeah, rarity, quantity. There we go. What in the world did I buy? Because I know I spent my emblems right there immediately, so. What in the world does it? Oh, Surgeon Scalpel, okay. That's weird that I couldn't find it, though, by putting in Scalp, so. Alright. Well, all's well that ends well. So, let's see. Oh, there we go, okay. What? Oh my gosh. Oh man, must be this tall. So yeah, you can see what the obstacles you have for your team building can be. So there we go. That is it. Nice. So this team does need to rustle up some more treasure. Obviously, I'll likely go to Apocrynox's level 116 plus realm shortly. So that's it for this run. I hope you've been able to have fun seeing what happens when trait gaining applies to god traits and some of the exotic creatures and spells that you can use when you reach a higher level. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe for any alerts for when I play Serial M again. I am going to be working on my artwork tonight, so if you'd like to go to DeviantArt, my username there is oddart for you, ODDART. Excuse me for being interrupted with that sound. So again, on DeviantArt, ODDARTFORYOU, oddart for you. Thank you folks for watching.